Round 2 of training in Boston. I headed back to Prolifters gym today and hit a push session. So I didn't think I would be getting there today, but a few things changed, which means I could. So I headed over this morning, trained pushed, chest, shoulders, triceps, a couple of machines I hadn't used before, a couple I had. Overall, great session. Just like yesterday, love their gym. Would definitely go back. Hopefully I get back there tomorrow again and finish off the 3 days and do a pool session. We'll see what happens tomorrow, but today's session went great. Yeah, let's get straight into it and I will see you after you've watched the session. Here we go, push day. So as always, had to start with a heavy incline press machine. This was the only plate loaded one they had, and obviously this is one I've used many times before. So jumped on the hammer strength incline and warmed up to 200 kilos. I love how these plates interlock. I've never used them before, but they are awesome. And this was heavy. I think 200 is my best or very close to it. So I was happy to be able to do that. Did only get 8, but you know, 8 is pretty much the target for this exercise when I'm back home. So I was happy to get that. Second set here, I did lose a little bit of strength, as you would expect. So I only got 6 on this set, but yeah, 2 heavy sets, started my day off perfectly, and I do love this machine. Again, these plates are awesome. They don't move when they're interlocked. They're great. All right, after the 2 heavy sets, I decided just to do one more set, get a little extra volume in. So I backed it down to 120 and did a lot of reps. Actually, I was happy with this. Got out 15 reps. So bit of a drop, back offset, dropped it down and smashed out some reps. My chest was on fire after this, and it's crazy. You can tell when I'm wearing a tight t-shirt that when I stood up after this exercise, I realized that how much of a pump and how full I got so quickly, because when the t-shirt's tight, you see it. So yeah, also not sure if I like a tight t-shirt just because it makes me look fat. But anyway, on to the second exercise. So I haven't used this machine before. I've actually never seen it. I jumped on and it's got a very heavy stack. So I started light, worked up. It was actually fairly easy. So I ended up full stacking this machine. This is the MedX chest press. The weight on the stack was 580 for the full stack, obviously in pounds. And on the first set, I got 17. So I was happy with that. Obviously more reps than I needed to get, but I just wanted to go all out here and do as many as I can. So I got 17. I thought that was pretty good, and I decided just to do 3 straight sets, as many reps as I could get. So over 15 was the goal. Here you can see second set, and it felt good at the start, but very quickly it started actually to take a toll, which it was good because I didn't want it to be too easy, obviously. So the second set here, I got 16 reps, 1 less. So only to drop 1 in the next set was pretty good. And yeah, it really hits that chest nice, especially the top. You can't really tell, but it does converge in as you press. So starts out wide, gets a bit closer at the top, and you could obviously do it neutral grip as well. You can see the handles, they go up in the middle. You could have done that, but I just wanted to keep it like a normal chest press. So I held my hands down low and kept them out a little bit wider. Here is the last set. Again, as I said, 580 full stack, and I got 15. Now this was a real struggle towards the end. This was getting hard, this was getting heavy, and I really wanted to get above the 15 for each set. So I made sure I got 15, but yeah, it made me work. So a lot of effort to get that 15, but that's good. I didn't want it to be too easy, obviously. As you can see, struggling there to get that last one. Onto pec deck, which is something I always do for chest. This is an absolute staple in my day, and always do it. So 127 was the full stack here, warmed up and got to that, and thought that I would get what I wanted, which was 3 sets of 15. So it's a touch heavier than the stack I'm used to, but it was a different brand. I think this was like a Pre-Core instead of Life Fitness or whatever the one is that I use, but felt good and I was really happy. Got 15 on all 3 sets. So full stack for 15, and I don't know if you can sort of tell, but my chest was full, was pumped, and yeah, was sore by this point. Onto my 3rd exercise, and yeah, it was working hard, but it's what we love and that's what we need to grow. So here's 2nd set, as you can see, a bit of a different angle, full stack there. Trying to keep my chest up. That is a tip that I think a lot of people don't know or don't do. They sort of let the chest fall down a little bit, it concaves in, the shoulders will come over the top and dominate. You want to keep that chest poked out and up as much as you can, keep the shoulders out as much as you can, and that will keep all the work on the chest so you delts don't take over. All right, here's the last set. Now, by this point, I actually wasn't sure if I was going to get the 15, but I managed to get it in the end with a little bit of a struggle. You can sort of see here too, head back a little bit, pushing the chest out, keeping the shoulders out of it as much as possible, and making that chest work, which it was, and it was burning by this point. But very happy, always love to do this exercise and really push the pump with this. Obviously, you could do a bit lighter and just do more reps, and that's really the goal of this exercise. So that worked out well there. On to the next one. This was a incline machine that they had, pretty much just replicates like a barbell would, but this was good. This stack was actually fairly heavy. I liked it though. It was a good way to finish chest. I ended up getting 18 reps on this first set. Now, its stack went down in numbers, so started at 1 and went down to like 24 or something. I just did 16, maybe it went down to 20. I can't remember, but yeah, I did 16 on the stack, so I'm not sure if that's, I don't know if the plates are 10 pound or 10 kilo, didn't really say. I'm going to assume it might be pounds just because we're in America, but anyway, this felt good. This felt like a normal bench, incline bench would, and I was happy. I just did 2 sets here to finish off chest. As I said, first one got 18 reps, second one I got 17, so just dropped the 1 rep for the 2nd set, but yeah, finished off chest nicely, got a good burn, and yeah, really happy with this exercise. If my gym had this, I would use this more often. It was really good. I had my hands right in close because I started out wide, as you can see on the handle, and it felt a little weird. I think it was just a bit wide for my shoulders. So yeah, I just held them in as close as possible and it felt good. On to shoulders. I only did the 1 movement for shoulders, and that is dumbbell side raises. Don't need to do any presses, especially on a push day when you've already done enough pressing for chest, which your front delts would have got a little work from. So here I've got the 70-pound dumbbells, and I ended up doing 3 straight sets with the 70s. So I got 12 on all 3 sets and was really happy with this. Instant burn in the shoulders, and as you can see, I'm implementing the new way to do the incline that Phil told me. Lean forward just a little bit, drive with your palm, the outside of your palm going up, so like your pinky finger drives first, and you don't need much ROM to get the perfect side delt and hit it nicely. This felt good. This felt really good. I don't need to go too heavy on this, but this was burning. So yeah, 3 sets of 70 pound for 12, and then here I decided just to do a drop. And I did 50 and then 30-pound dumbbells, and I went 20 on the 50s. So here's the 50s, just pumping them out, doing as many as I could, ended up getting the 20 reps. And then I go to the 30-pound, so another drop, and I get 15. This was A good way to finish, just get a lot of volume in one exercise, because I was only doing the one for shoulders. I wanted to get as many reps in as possible, so made it as hard as I could and got as many reps as I could at the same time. So as you can see here, really trying to lean forward, just hit the side delt. So when you look in the mirror, you can see the side delt is on top and it is getting targeted 100%. And this last set, these 30-pound dumbbells, they felt like they were the 70s. It was hard, but that's what you want. On to a tricep movement. I did 2 tricep movements, and this was the first one. This machine was called the tricep press. So it was a little bit different to a dip, and I felt having my elbows straight out like this, like you would in a press, hit the triceps way better. So I ended up full stacking this machine as well. This was 265 pound. I did it for 3 sets. I only filmed 2 sets, and I got 20 reps on every set. So right here, it wasn't too bad because this was the first set on this exercise. So I was like, oh yeah, I can get 20. So I pushed for 20. And like I said just before, it felt really good. The triceps were burning. But onto the second set, this set and the third set felt much harder. So as I already said, I did get 20 on both, but it was much harder and it was much more of a grind. Didn't take long on this set for my triceps to be burning again. And yeah, it was a lot of work, a lot of effort to hit that 20. But of course, I was determined to get 20 on all 3 sets, and that's what I did. So this was a great machine. I actually haven't used a press machine like this before. Like, I've used dip, but obviously your hands are neutral, so it's a little bit different. Having them like this hit the triceps, and I was really happy with this. So yeah, I'll definitely use this machine again. Great way to start the triceps and smash them. Onto what I finished with. Here is a little rope extension, and I do superset it with a rope overhead extension. So one down and one above. I just did 45 pounds here on the stack for 15. I did this twice, but I only filmed it once. So I did 15 reps here, and then I go over and superset with the overhead, and I do 41 pound for 12 reps. Obviously the second part of the exercise is going to be harder. Your triceps are already fatigued. So yes, I just got 12 here, but this was hard. This was a burn, and this was a great way to finish triceps. So as I said, I did 2 rounds of this, just filmed the one though. But yeah, this was great to finish off, and arms got a good pump out of this. Onto a little bit of posing. So there was a lady in the posing room, so I decided just to use the gym floor. There was no one around. I reckon there was only, like, as I said earlier, 5 or 10 people in the whole gym the whole time I was there. So no one really cared that I did this, and I don't think anyone would have anyway. But yeah, took the top off and looking a lot better with a pump in the upper body than yesterday when I was flat, just because I trained legs. And the legs even look a bit better today as well. A little bit of fluid left at the legs, and you can see a few lines. So I was happy with that. Chest looks good here. Shoulders pumped as well, and arms. So everything looking good. And I was a little bit impressed. I don't even think the video shows it as it looked in the mirror, but yeah, had some lines. I was, lean in spots that I didn't think I was going to. You can see a few lines through my shoulders there. Not the best lighting in some of these poses, but you get the gist. And yeah, I was pretty happy with this. So you can see through the legs there, a few lines, stomach, abs, all looks pretty tight. And then onto most muscular here. Yeah, pretty happy with the condition currently. I haven't stepped on a scale for over a week, so I'm not sure what the weight is, but I know the last time I weighed myself, I was 276. But yeah, looking good and happy with that. Hope you enjoyed that. Ended up doing a little bit of posing on the gym floor. Like, it was pretty quiet today. Overall, probably like 5 or 10 people in and out of the gym in the time I was there. So pretty quiet. There was someone else in the posing room, so I just used the gym floor. And yeah, had a great session. Feel good, happy with how it went, and hopefully we get back there for back tomorrow. So for now, we're done. I hope you enjoyed that, and I will see you whenever that next session is for a pull day.